gash in the Earth's crust, born of elemental violence. A primordial world of spectacular volcanoes, barren wastelands, and vast bottomless lakes. The Great Rift Valley of East Africa. 3,500 miles long, slicing south from Ethiopia to Mozambique. 35 million years old, and still growing. It sparked an explosion of life of every kind. Not to mention being the birthplace of humanity. The rift is the common thread connecting all these things. To see how a geological event has made this possible, we have to go back in time. 35 million years ago, deep below what is now Ethiopia. "2,000 miles down, close to the molten core of the Earth, extreme heat and pressure forced a bubble of liquid rock up toward the surface, where it swelled against the Earth's crust like a blister. But a blister 1,000 miles wide. It tore the landscape apart. This is what remains of that ancient upheaval. A volcanic wasteland in northeast Africa that overlaps Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti. The Danakil Depression. Here, the Earth's crust has been so stretched and mangled by the rifting process that the whole landscape has sunk like a souffle. In places, down to 500 feet below sea level. Cooling breezes can't get in. The heat can't get out. The Danakil Depression is the hottest place on Earth. It's hard to believe that only 30,000 years ago, a mere blink in geological time, this vast empty bowl was filled with seawater. But it was. Then the rift threw up a chain of volcanoes that cut it off from the rest of the ocean. In the unrelenting heat, the water gradually evaporated away. But it left something behind. Salt. The rift brought the salt, and the salt brought the Afar. The desert Afar people have been coming here to mine salt for 2,000 years. In hot climates, before there were refrigerators for preserving meat, salt was a treasured commodity. It was used as money in East Africa for thousands of years. The Afar call it white gold. There are 25 square miles of it here, and in places, it's 250 feet thick. The heat and stillness of this broad, sunken salt pan make it a brutal workplace. By 11 a.m., it's already over 100 degrees. The sodium chloride is so pure, it doesn't need any refining. It's ready to be used as is, as a preservative or just table salt. It can take a week to get it to market, 100 miles away, in the town of Asaida. A 7-day journey through a place where for 9 months out of the year, it doesn't rain at all. The Afar call the Danakil Depression the gateway to hell. For the Afar's pack animals, things may not be quite so bad. Camels are perfectly suited to the hostile conditions of the rift. They can tolerate a body temperature of 106 degrees, something that would kill most other animals, including us. To the relief of their masters, no doubt, camels don't sweat much, which conserves precious water. Their nostrils absorb and recycle moisture that would otherwise be lost when they exhale. But sometimes even camels need to drink. So do the Afar. And what the Great Rift takes with one hand, it gives with the other. The same geology that makes this place so hot and dry also supplies the key to survival here: water. If you know where to look. Because the rifting process that created this otherworldly landscape in the first place never stopped. It may seem counterintuitive, but the constant volcanic activity in this area is a thirsty traveler's best friend. A latticework of subterranean fissures in the volcanic rock means that water seeps into the most unlikely places. Aquifers and hot springs are hidden throughout the Danakil Depression. For centuries, fathers have passed on the secret of their location to their sons.